little too far. I don't need no one telling me what to do.
Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with ya. Hey, I hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. Gonna talk a little BKFC action once again because, you know what? BKFC London is quickly approaching. It's going down Saturday, August 20th. And what a fucking card BKFC has for us here. They're going over the pond for the first time. You know what? Bare Knuckles leading promotion, looking to splash down in England, or London, pardon me. Now, the headliner, and a couple of things I want to touch on this card. Number one, obviously, being the headliner, because this is absolute fire. We've got Mike Perry. Yes, Mike Platinum Perry. He's taking on Michael Venom Paige, better known as MVP. Now, there's a couple of things that I do want to touch on this fight. Number one being props to Bellator for allowing one of their athletes to go out there and make some money. Kind of a little cross promotion. You know what? It gets Bellator some eyes on Bellator possibly as well. Now, MVP is still under Bellator contract. Just to be clear, this is from what I understand, a special one-off where Bellator said, "Yeah, okay, we'll work with BKFC and we'll make this fucking happen." Huge fight going down. Obviously, most fight fans know Mike Perry by now. You know what? Former UFC fighter. He recently transitioned into bare knuckle. Now he's 1-0 with BKFC. He's on a 2-fight win streak, though, if you include his triad fight there. Whatever craziness that was, the triad era that lasted one event, apparently. Either way, he's on a 2-fight win streak. Now, MVP, obviously, this is his first time dabbling in legal bare knuckle boxing anyway. So this is going to be interesting. I mean, things change when you take off the gloves. And Mike Perry can attest to that. I believe Mike Perry said something along the lines as, "I'm going to break his hands with my face and then finish him," pretty much. And that's the thing, folks. If you're not careful, like, MVP can't come out here and start swinging for the fences right off the bat. You got to be a little bit more calculated and reduced power, almost precision over power in bare knuckle boxing, because you got to protect the weapons. You break a hand or both hands, like Anthony Pettis. Craziness that was in the PFL. Anyway, that's a rant for a completely different day. But I mean, you hurt your hands, and that's your only weapons in bare knuckle boxing, right? You can't switch to takedowns. You can't switch to kicks, knees. It's going to be fucking interesting. I can't wait. August 20th, Mike Platinum Perry taking on MVP. Now this bout's going down at 170 pounds. Main event. Who do you guys have winning this one here? I got to go with my boy Mike Perry. He's just got that little bit more experience, obviously, with fighting bare knuckle. But that's why we have these fights. That's why we watch, because MVP, he's known to shock the fucking world. Absolute fire of a main event going down at BKFC London. As if the main event's not worth the price of admission, we've got the co-main event going down. Battle of the Beauties here as Paige Vanzant returns to bare knuckle. She's taking on Charisa Sigala, and I apologize if I butcher that name at all. I believe that's how it's pronounced, but this one's going down at 125. It's the co-main, as mentioned. This one's going to be interesting. You know what? We got Sigala, whose last fight was in April of this year, and she fought to a draw against Angela Danzig. So she's 1-0-1 with BKFC. Pardon me, that's not correct, because she did lose to Taylor Starling as well as Pearl Gomez. So she's 1-2-1 in her BKFC. Now, she is an older competitor at 38 years old, Obviously, Paige Vanzant's much younger. I believe she's 10 years younger at 28. Now, Paige Vanzant's an interesting one to me, and it's more what I want to focus on in this co-main. Not to take anything away from her opponent, obviously, but a few things I want to touch on about Paige Vanzant. The number one thing that I want to say is she's one of the few she's here because she wants to fight. Believe me when I tell you she's not here for the money, because she makes a fucking boatload of money with her OnlyFans or whatever kind of platform she's using to get some wicked ass pictures out there. And people are paying tons of money basically just to see her nude or see her screwing around with her boyfriend or husband, whatever it is now. She doesn't need to fight for money, is the bottom line. She's doing this and she's coming in, you know what, she's not exactly on a win streak. She's lost her first two bare knuckle bouts, both against Britton Hart and Rachel Ostrovich. So, you know, I don't know where Paige Vanzant goes from here in the combat sports world. Should she have another loss here? I mean, obviously she's a name and she'll always sell. But I don't know. If you go 0-3, unless your name is Let Me Bang Lane, 0-3 in a promotion isn't good for anybody. But we're going to see here. Paige Vanzant has a good opportunity to take this bout and make a statement, should she want to continue in the combat sports world anyway. And Sigala, you know what? She's got nothing to lose, really. She's going up against a big name. There's not a lot of people that really expect her to win this, other than, obviously, people close to her. And she's definitely believes in herself, which is dangerous, that alone. But obviously the favorite's going to be Paige Vanzant. Who do you have winning this one? Paige Vanzant, Charisa Sigala. I think this one's going to be absolute fire too, and it's just another bout that adds amazingness to this BKFC London card. So there you have it. Two amazing fights capping off the night at BKFC London. A couple other competitors involved in some matches. We've got Connor Tierney, Sean Schumacher, John Hick, Tyler Goodjohn, James Lilly. I mean, the list keeps going on and on and on with these bouts that they've put together to make their debut over in London. An amazing night of fights ahead. Get on that BKFC app. I think it's $5 a month, and that gets you the events, folks. It doesn't get much cheaper than that. I know there's some stories out there right now of BKFC in talks with some different networks in order to get them a TV deal, which I think would absolutely explode their sport. Everybody knows it involved. That's the first thing they got to do is get on TV somehow. But it looks like steps are being taken. So for now, though, BKFC app is where it's at. Download that from Google Play or whatever Apple's is. Sorry, I'm not an Apple guy. Anyway, that's my story and rant and preview and everything else mixed into one for BKFC London. It's going to be an amazing night. Be sure to join us because I'll have a recap of the event as well. So go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and get notified when that new content drops. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace.